Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
So you want to route the MS1847 Adams Right lock body. They don't make a template for this, but the Porter Cable 517 is what I have always used. And when you look at that template, you're going to see that you have two slotted screws at either end. And I'm looking at a poor photo of the item images.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're going to see that there are two screws, and the model you might be looking at will have a black washer underneath it. Okay,
Yeah.
so the one on the left, or you can see some spot welds holding the two pieces of aluminum perpendicular to each other. When you loosen that one, that's going to allow the opposite end flat bar to adjust the width.
Mm-hmm.
Then the rectangular piece of aluminum with the slotted screw in it with the black washer, when you loosen that, that will allow you to adjust what is your height. Because keep in mind, you're probably you're looking at this horizontally, but in reality, this would most likely be installed in a vertical orientation. So that's where that description is coming from. Then the two nuts on either end are reverse left and right threads with a spacer, so that when you turn it clockwise, you're going to pinch it together. And when you turn it counterclockwise, you're going to open up the jaws. And that's what allows you to get it clamped onto a door. Yeah. When you set your width and your height using the two sliders, so to speak, you will then simply find your center line on the template, which is just math. You'll then indicate, let's say you're doing your MS1847 prep, hook your tape measure to the top of the door, find the center line of where you want that to be on the door, mark it with a pencil, then bring your template that you've already marked on there with just a piece of masking tape, because that's not super, super crucial. If you're within a 30-second, you're going to be close enough. You mark that center line of the template with the line you drew on the door, tighten your Y nuts, have at it. The only thing you really need to do is just be ultra careful when you are entering and exiting the tool with your router. Eventually, if you are not absolutely insistent on never removing or entering the router while the router is spinning, you do not give yourself the chance to nick the end of that $200+ template, which will destroy your ability to make a nice prep.
Right.
That is what I just said to you is the culmination of a quarter century of experience using that template.
So what you did, you pre-drill a hole and then you plunge the router into it before you turn it on?
Well, what I would do is and I have done that when I have a small piece of work. I would give myself a place to safely nestle my router bit into, already partially in the door, and then work it up and down X and Y until I have a rectangular prep or whatever it is with your radius corners naturally. And then I would work the plunge down slowly, an eighth of 3/16, no more at a time, and then work from there. If you're doing aluminum, obviously you're going to have to get that bit down into the wall thickness before you start maneuvering. Yeah.
So it looks like I'm probably going to need, this is a 17/32 or 13.5 millimeter wide slot. So I'll probably need to have the exact same size router bit and just do one clean line down, cutting both sides at the same time. I don't think I'll be able to go around it like a track, or else I'll end up with a like rounded squared top instead of a semicircle on either end. Because I'm going to do the rounded version,
right?
Not the square version.
-09 or whatever, if that's the part number, or -10 or
it'll be either 06 or 09. I think you featured the 09. Or you might have done a video of 06 too.
So what I would personally do is I would get the MS1847 in hand, and if you need 100 of them, I'd love to give you a quote. You put a caliper on it, so that you put a caliper on it so that you know exactly what it is. Work with an industrial hardware store, someone who's going to have a router bit that's going to be best for this. Exactly that. One vertical pass, that's it. Because you got to have that exact radius.
Right.
Bottom. Right.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'll find out how many I need. I'm probably just going to have to order one for now. I have an old one from their previous installation. They refit the doors with all new hardware, and then they found out that in order to get their like diamond rating, they had to have two means of latching the door.
Oh.
So now they're going to buy all new latches and have them reinstalled like 8 inches above or whatever the new latches.
Nice.
So they took these out and now they're going to put them back in a different location.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, if you double check and you make sure that you've got all of the proper pieces, screws, strikes, lock bodies, and you test this in your shop with this template, or you mentioned your family has a tool and die shop, have them make you one. But the problem is this 517 from Porter Cable allows you to elegantly grab the end of a door, test, so that when you go halfway through the Pacific Ocean, you're ready to roll at the pool come dinner time. No headaches.
Yeah, right.
But I've done it, and everything. I mean, I've literally done this countless times, and I'm saying jump in the water is fine, but I'm also saying make sure that you're comfortable doing it, and the only way to become comfortable is to do it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to practice before I take off.
Right.
Going to have to get some like aluminum tubing that's close to that size.
Yeah, 1.5 inch tube, you could probably find that. Maybe even 2-inch tube, because that can grab onto, leave up to a 2-inch door.
Yeah, their sliders are 1.5 inches. The rails of their doors are 1.5 inches wide.
Oh, okay. You're going to be. Oh, this will close down to real tiny, the 517.
And it looks like they're only 1.5 inches deep as well. So I got to watch out how far I plunge that thing. Probably only need to go like 1/4 inch more.
What's the depth of that body on an MS1847? I don't recall.
Well, these were in there before. From their spec, it looks like 1 1/8 inches. Oh, so I should be able to go way further. Yeah.
Indeed, 1 1/8 inches. Yes, sir. You're in good shape.
Yeah. Wow, man, I really appreciate your time and all the thorough explanation, and really the template thing, that you pointed me right to where I was wanting to go, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, that bad boy, that 517. Anyway, you can use that tool to do so many other things in life, whether it be a prep for a latch bolt of a lock, or it's going to be an olive knuckle hinge or an overhead stop. You can use this to do real long things as well, because all you're going to do is reposition it horizontally or vertically to continue on your prep, you know what I mean? So it's a great tool.
Right, yeah.
It's so expensive. I feel that they are overly expensive, but they're the best universal template that I have ever found, and that's just the bottom line.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the info, and I'll save a link to your website.
So thank you.
So when it comes time to order, you get rewarded.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll monetize at some point in our life. The good thing about where you're going is, hey, when you get off of work, you're there. The next 4 hours,
right.
You're cool. All right, sir. Again, my name is Richard. If anything comes up, let me know.
All righty. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program.